if you do not fully understand the notion of white supremacy, or not notion, if you fail to understand white supremacy, everything else that you think you understand will only confuse you.
And that is the role of concentrated power. Note, the default. It has to shape an ideological framework that dominates our perceptions, our interpretation, our discussions, but more importantly, even our choice of action.
But I don't think things can be done until people see beyond this false idea that everything is okay, that we're doing better. No, the racism still continues. The white supremacy still lives next door. The white supremacist is still sitting with you, smiling, and taking everything you're doing and saying, you know what, let's figure out another way to fuck them over, or another way to make them think that they're on the right track.
The fault of whiteness is the fact that they can't keep up with the lies that they have, that have a base of continuity. It's just forever. It's a continuum of lies.
It permeated from the people of North America and South America, and then it delved into slavery, all the justifications about these white men that were part of the Enlightenment movement, who also felt that black people were animals, and they didn't feel that they should be treated like humans, that they should be treated like cattle. And then it went on to other cultures of people, to India, to other cultures of Europe, even the Irish and the Scottish and the Welsh and like I said before, the Indians and the Chinese. It was really, really profound how this whole notion, this created context of whiteness based on the size of the skull and the closeness of the eyebrows and the width of the nose and the slope of the forehead and even the size of the skull.
I am witness and participant. This is what I say to myself when I enter a sea of black and brown on the dance floor. Sometimes I just finished dancing, and sometimes I'm just getting started. There is a mission to this energy. It's my job to capture black and brown people at the perfectionist height of joy, which is something that has been eliminated so whiteness and white supremacy can prosper. My wish is to destroy this notion of how we are ugly, untamed, dangerous, and inglorious, because we are oh so the opposite. This is an African diet, the one we have had to recreate despite trauma and exploitation. It is a diet I partake in as much as possible, like when I overindulge on soul food at the outdoor house music parties, and I get fat. I point to those who jump in front of my path because they know me. They know they will be deified by my camera and loved by the wrapping of my arms around their shoulders. These people are my family, not just people I see only for the 6 months out of the year. People have died and I miss them. People have gotten married and I've congratulated them. People have had children and I've danced next to them as they also come of age. They are grown. The movement of energy is important. It's scientific. The lights cutting across the face, the hands blurred as they cut across the darkness, the exclamation of the face as the beat drops, and the classic dance move is made. Caravaggio would be proud of me, and Dwayne Michaels as well. Showing what is not shown is how I challenge the notion of whiteness as beauty, and above all else existing before and after whiteness. This is my duty as an artist and my duty as a gay black woman.
They say reparations, but I hear discernment, patulous, erudite. Basically, any word I can write to describe black smoke rising, revealing whole from half-lives. This here is my pen, spectacular to those exiled on second earth. My pen makes the white man my herald, gifting gold compasses and inkwells to black babies at birth. The white woman is sent off to search for better myths, here now, hereafter. My pen prompts her tears to coalesce into something indistinct from the sea, nurturing barren lands of black rapture. At times, both the white man and woman are incoherent and seek guidance. My pen trumpets the arrival of centaurs to safeguard the ever-evading context of their identity. My pen does not allow white people to walk away from their inheritance. In fact, it prompts their children to stalk strange fields. Their mouths are filled with blood. They are left perpetually gulping for home. I offer no apology. I keep writing. If God has removed something from white people, I will approach it in writing. The push and pull of my children's lives depend on it. In the schoolyard of my youth, my father gifted me my first pen. Said it would get the white man off my mind by getting me into his. I grew to concur. I grew having sharpened black from blur. I grew black for black's sake and thus grew to see my children born free. I grew past ruin, so I'm at liberty to write about it. I have 2 daughters. Their mother and I are teaching them to write about nothing white. Anything they write must be sustained and nothing white is sustainable. Nothing white is worth conjuring in open space because nothing white leaves open space open. My memory of eating, talking, and walking with white folk goes back to a bloodless moon. A spaceless time, but gravity was still felt. The number of white people who lived to see another day simply because I knew how to control myself. I mean, what I look like. Broken but boisterous black man talking to white folk empty, no pen in hand, trust. My pen knows how the taste of white shit curdles the gut, severs the spine. Born in the heart of darkness, crucial and alone, my pen can never know otherwise. My pen is a gesture toward home. The earth has one sun. My pen has 3 shadows, a type of reparations that curves water and wind. My pen is highly favored. Careening from renegade death, my pen is my declaration of war, to live out my own absurdity rather than die for yours. My pen is what I inherited from a space bigger than me. My pen, spliced to the back of both of my daughters' throats, is a melody. I will teach my daughters every time they write, they sing. Melodic voices of black women bind us. My pen, circled by a trumpet, is bound to high notes of all forms. High notes that does not allow for the voice to strain where confronted. High notes heard in every first and last room, discernible through the bullshit. These high notes are sung above walls, in the space between dreams, where nothing, and I mean nothing, is white. Like if it was easy, if interrogating or deconstructing whiteness was as simple as changing your clothes, eating certain foods, watching certain films, whatever, playing dress up, playing make-believe, it would be supreme. The fact that makes something supreme is the fact regardless of whatever you do, it's still going to remain.
We forget that this has been around since before us. Like, this has been a full plan that has been fully executed with the help of many people. And we just gotta destroy the whole fucking plan and start anew.
So when you hear the artist or the artisan speak from various experiences, exposure, and as they develop their medium, whatever may seem confusing, one may not get it, one may not understand, but that's okay. That is the job of the artist. You also should realize that maybe as we are being rewired, reprogrammed, that you're being rewired and reprogrammed.
I think about this young lady yesterday at the House of Born Again Vintage in East Orange, and I thought she was in high school, but she said she was in college, going to Berkeley College in downtown Newark she wants to be a creative director. And even her choice to be a creative director, the way she said it, that's a position of power. She doesn't want to be a designer. She doesn't want to be a stylist. She wants to be a creative director. Those are the people that get the Oscars for the movies that they make. Those are the people that get the television awards and everything like that, because they're actually able to shape what you see when it comes to people of color.
Whiteness, to begin with, isn't even white. Whiteness is the first big lie. So whiteness doesn't impact my art. The lies do. And my art is the process, is what comes out of the process of learning truths.
Tenía 7 años apenas 7 años. ¿Qué 7 años? No llegaba a 5 siquiera. De pronto unas voces en la calle me gritaron: ¡Negra! 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 ¿Soy acaso negra?, me dije. ¡Sí! ¿Qué cosa es ser negra? ¡Negra! Yo no sabía la triste verdad que aquello escondía. ¡Negra! Y me sentí negra. ¡Negra! Como ellos decían. ¡Negra! Y retrocedí. ¡Negra! Como ellos querían. ¡Negra! Yo odié mis cabellos y mis labios gruesos y miré apenada mi carne tostada y retrocedí. ¡Negra! Y retrocedí. ¡Negra! 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 Y pasaba el tiempo y siempre amargada seguía llevando a mi espalda mi pesada carga. Y cómo pesaba. Me alacé el cabello me polvé la cara y entre mis entrañas siempre resonaba la misma palabra. ¡Negra! 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 Hasta que un día que retrocedía y que iba a caer. ¡Negra! 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 ¿Qué? ¿Y qué? ¡Negra! ¡Sí! ¡Negra! ¡Soy! ¡Negra! ¡Negra soy! ¡Negra! ¡Sí! ¡Negra soy! ¡Negra! ¡Negra soy! Y hoy en adelante no quiero laciar mi cabello. ¡No quiero! Y voy a reírme de aquellos que por evitar, según ellos, que por evitarnos algún sinsabor llaman a los negros gente de color. ¿Y de qué color? ¡Negro! ¿Y qué lindo suena? ¡Negro! ¿Y qué ritmo tiene? ¡Negro, negro!